Good evening, everyone. It is September 25th, 2023. Start off with a SPY here. What we had today was a move downwards. I mentioned that I was looking for kind of a choppy move down Monday and Tuesday, and then we'd start our end of month ramp upwards on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And I think we've kind of started that. But this rally we had here today, it did close off at the highs. But you can see the volume done there was really, really poor, in line with this cover session and this cover session here. Just another day of just really poor volumes. Same thing on the NASDAQ, really, really poor volumes, just like these two cover sessions we had back on Monday and Tuesday of last week. So, what I'm going to look for is some sort of, I'm not sure if it'll be a gap down. We are trading kind of around the middle of today's range. Yeah, we're kind of around the half back there. Same on the NASDAQ. Looks like we're right around either support or where we will continue to break down. So I'll be looking for some sort of gap down and nice sell on higher volumes, getting into this old weekly point of control from this, whatever that is, 4 or 5 day balance. Also, the -2 standard deviation being there from last week's VWAP. On the NASDAQ, I think we can go ahead and run this monthly low from August and then get some sort of bids around that 354-ish area. News-wise, tomorrow we have the S&P HPI. I think it's the 30-year something or the other. Nothing too major. CB consumer confidence as well. Again, nothing super major. Trades-wise, how am I looking at this? Well, here's our open. If we open above the weekly open, it's going to be a little bit hard to press down. I think we'll have quite a few bids. This is going to be my pivot area around here. This is the the weekly low, coming in a bit lower down at 430, but this is where I'm looking at as a pivot. If we traverse this, I would imagine we take out the daily low here. If we're able to hold it, I would expect us to take out the daily high, the overnight high, and kind of get into running Friday's highs, wherever that is, about 434 and 8 cents. I'm biased once again to the downside, given how weak today's volumes were with that green session. We managed to actually get a decent move, $3.77 on the NASDAQ, similar to that Thursday gap down, which did a ton more volume, a lot of volume down there as well on the SPY compared to today's session. So I'm looking for some sort of sell overnight and then taking out the previous day's low, the overnight low, and getting into that weekly point of control. The NASDAQ, same idea. These ranges getting really tight, especially on the NASDAQ. Same idea, a big pivot zone here. You have today's point of control, you have the 95% weekly value area low, and you have last week's low as well right here. Perhaps I'd actually drive that upward a little bit. I don't think there's a need for something like this, maybe instead, just a little bit tighter. And if we are able to lose that, I imagine we get into that old monthly low sitting at, where is that? 354 354 and 71 cents, perhaps getting down to that point of control around 352, some daily lows there, or something like that. So overall, looking for a sell session tomorrow, and then that will set up, looking for a sell session down to somewhere here, and hopefully that traps shorts as we move up on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I'd be looking for us to get somewhere into this gap close, lining up with also last week's halfback and VWAP close. Same thing on the NASDAQ. Get into somewhere around that gap close, this little mini level in between this larger zone. Somewhere around there. I think that'd be a decent end of month ramp. If we were to do it from roughly that monthly low up to here, that's a 3% move in 3 days. That'd be not too bad. Same thing on the ES. That'd be about 2.5%, maybe even moving up a little bit further. That's all I have. Hope that makes sense. Hope that helps. Have a great night. Trade safe.